Hey! How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Cooking with Matty V. You're in my kitchen. I got a lot of people tonight. Let's do some introductions first of all. Behind the camera, I got Darlene. Say hello, Darlene.
Hi.
And I got my wife, Doreen.
Hola.
Now, just be aware. What are we talking about?
Nothing. Sorry.
All right. Doreen's nickname tonight is Little Buttercup. So if you hear that, it has nothing to do with butter. It has nothing to do with cups of anything. It's a private conversation between me and my wife, and just look the other way because it's none of your business. Okay. And I got my daughter Jessica. Say hello, Jessica.
Hello.
And I have a family friend only for how long are you a friend? Like 18, 19 years. We have Ari's in the house. Oh, everybody's going on camera tonight. Isn't that cool? Tonight is a very special recipe. Tonight is Sugo De Pomadoro. Loosely translated, it's spaghetti sauce. Okay, very simple stuff. Let's take a look at what we're looking at. I got my pot on the heat right now. And what do we have? We have olive oil, we have tomato paste, we have chopped onions, and we have garlic, and we have basil. And then over here we have some salt, and we have crushed red pepper, and we have oregano and a little bit of sugar. Let's get it going. All right, stay right here. Don't move. Okay, let's go into the pot. And we have a nice splash of olive oil. And we have onions. We're going to talk about the onions for a minute. We got chopped onion. There we go. Okay? Now, if there are people in your family that are a pain in the neck, not like I have any of these people in my family, but if they're a pain in the neck and they don't like chopped onions in the sauce, you could always cut an onion in half, leave the root, and just drop it in the sauce, and it will steep, and then you throw it out later on, and they'll never know the difference.
Ah, okay? You sly.
So we'll get back to that later. So we're going to saute our onion until it's translucent. What does translucent mean?
Clear.
It means it's cooked about halfway. Okay? And what we're going to be doing with this pot, we're going to be dividing it into thirds. Okay? So our onion is cooking there. Then we're going to get our paste. Because you always want to fry your paste. Don't drop paste raw into a sauce. Because it just doesn't have a deep enough flavor to do what you want it to do. So we're going to fry that up real quick. And all of this is about a minute and a half. Okay? Sorry for banging on that pot. I know that's very annoying on a video. Okay? And like I said, we're doing the onions half and half. I've got chopped, we're doing one medium to large onion. And because I'm showing you two ways, this part of the onion is chopped, and then later on we're going to throw in the half onion to steep. And you're still going to get the same flavor. Okay? Now the paste is going to create a browning at the bottom of the pan. Don't worry about that. So now, it's been about a minute and a half. We've got 3 tablespoons of garlic, sliced garlic. I don't like to crush my garlic or mince my garlic for this sauce. A little bit more olive oil because it has a tendency to burn, so I slice it thick. Okay, that's going to be about another minute and a half. And then we're going to move on to crushed red pepper. But the crushed red pepper is going to go in only 30 seconds before the tomatoes. So let's take a look at the tomatoes. I've got a number 10 can, which is restaurant talk, for 5 cans of peeled tomatoes. That's what they look like. Okay? So with clean hands, we go in and we crush them up. And if you want a chunky sauce, this is going to be enough work. You're just going to put it in like this after you crushed up all the tomatoes. If you want a chunky sauce. I don't want a chunky sauce tonight, so what we're going to do, I've got every tomato. So what we're going to do, look at that, the wife is right on it. Turns on the water for me. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our boat motor.
Sorry. No stirring.
Here's our boat motor. This you can get $20 to $40. $40 will buy you a really good one. And that's going to give us a nice smooth sauce. Okay? If you did want a chunky tomato sauce, you wouldn't use this, okay? Now, let's go back to the pot because we don't want to... All right, it's looking good, looking good. Now, you see this browning on the bottom of the pot? Don't worry about it. That's just fine. Okay?
Flavor.
Okay, so we're frying. We've got the onion. We've got garlic and the paste. Now we're going to come over here real quick and drop a little bit more oil. And we're going to add in our crushed red peppers.
Not too much.
Yes, I know, not too much.
Always too much.
Now, my family, my mom's side of the family is from Naples. They don't use crushed red peppers. My dad's side is from Sicily. They use a lot of crushed red peppers. So my personal sauce is a combination of the two. And keep in mind, as we go with this sauce, there's going to be a lot of optional ingredients. Okay, we're ready to go. Here comes our tomatoes. By the way, a little tip. If you're making meatballs in your sauce, don't rinse this out. There's a lot of flavor in here. I always put my meat into this bowl and it soaks up the tomatoes. That's just a little hint on the side. So now, we've got our tomatoes in and our other ingredients are going to be oregano. Believe it or not, I am actually using a sheet because when I make this sauce that I've been making for 30 years, I don't go by a recipe or direct measurements. It's just my eye. But in this case, how much is the oregano? We've got 5 tablespoons of dried oregano. We've got 1 tablespoon, no, that's not right. Yeah, 1 tablespoon of salt and... What did I miss? I missed something. No, I didn't actually.
Sugar.
Sugar. Where is my sugar? Oh, there's my sugar. And
That's
I've got... Yeah, I thought it was the salt. There's my sugar. And the sugar is 3 tablespoons. And the salt is about 1. Let's mix this baby up.
Sugar takes the acid.
Now... That's right. My wife just said it, and I forgot to mention it. The sugar takes the acid out of the sauce. Another thing that could take the acid out of the sauce would be a whole carrot. You would just simply take a whole carrot and drop it in there. And then when the sauce is done, don't eat the carrot because it's full of acid and it'll make you sick.
Oh, gosh.
Okay? And then this is going to cook for 45 minutes to an hour. And then, when there's 3 minutes left over, aha, right there, you got your basil. This is 5 cups of basil, about 2.5 to 3 ounces. And what we're going to do, yeah, this is highly technical over here. Highly technical. Don't use a knife on your basil, okay? Don't do this, okay? Hand torn, because the knife on the basil turns it black. And just hand torn basil. And don't put too much basil, by the way, because then it gets bitter. Okay? Just gave my recipe to a friend of mine. Put a lot of basil in it. It was a little bitter. I didn't tell him that. Don't say anything to him. Okay?
Does he watch this?
And that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, he does. I'm screwed. Okay. That's all right. He likes me. So we're going to take all this basil. We're going to hand tear it. And then we're going to put it in the sauce, about 2 minutes left, which is going to be about 45 minutes to an hour. And look what I got left over. I forgot to put this in. My half onion. My half onion that we're going to steep and then discard.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Onion. Have a nice swim. Okay. And that is our Sugo De Pomadoro. I thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. This is your base sauce, like I said. Make 5 cans, 6 cans, 7 cans. Put it in the freezer, okay? You're gonna go through all this work and all this prep and all this chopping for one little dinner. Make a whole bunch of it. Have a great time, and thanks for joining me tonight. Matt Vecchio, Cooking and Comedy. Subscribe. What's all your other homework? You gotta subscribe, and you gotta like, and you gotta share, and all that kind of stuff. You guys are gonna be very busy tonight. Okay, so start just popping all that stuff in. Thanks a lot. Have a nice time.